I'm going to go ahead and guess that you just didn't start out on day one, first page on Google, outranking your competitors by 10 times. I'm guessing there was some kind of path and journey, and there was some kind of challenges you had to overcome along the way. Is there like one or two you could think of that maybe it's the top of your mind?
Sure. So it took us about 3 months to go from being from a cold start to being top three on kind of the topics, and we've continued. We didn't obviously stop once we hit the top three. We continued saying, okay, we want to win more keywords. We have more topical areas or content areas, etc. Content gaps. I mean, so I think a few challenges. Number one is an internal political challenge, which is, look, if you're generating marketing and traffic, that eventually the sales teams and the business side of the organization does want that to turn into sales leads in some way. And so you have to show a causal link that, hey, there's all this cool stuff I'm doing. First of all, just wait and see. But 3 or 4 months later, here's how those sets of actions or content marketing has led to lead opportunity. So that's the internal political battle, which is very different than if you do paid advertising, because you know that someone clicked and went and bought your product. So that causal relationship is something that a lot of marketing leaders have to manage internally. Second is the second challenge was fighting against paid search. So most of my competitors spend significant amounts of money and resources on paid digital advertising. So if you Google innovation, anything related to innovation software, best innovation practice, whatever the keyword is in any language, we are typically a top 3 organic result, but my competitors are often paying significant amounts of money to be ranked above in the little blue, Google sponsored bar. Mm-hmm. Even funnily enough, for when you search my company's name, somebody is paid to put their ad above my company's name, which is kind of frustrating. So that's really frustrating because customers are clearly searching for content and they're being served bad advertising. The good news is, customers are smart because if you actually look at the click-through rates, customers are paying on clicking on my organic content more often than they're clicking on my competitors' paid ads. And then secondly, my competitors are basically burning money for the most part. So that's really emotionally frustrating for us, but it's actually a really wise business outcome if your competitors are doing uneconomic things and you know that you're doing the right thing along the way. The final thing is, obviously, as anybody in content marketing is aware of, or especially SEO, Google changes the algorithm every couple of months, right? And so you have to adjust to that dynamically. They made a big change about 4 or 5 months ago that smashed our web traffic by about 20 or 30%. Again, we were way ahead of our competitors still, even losing 20 or 30%, but we were ourselves unhappy. We're not going to take a 20% lying down. So it took us a little bit of time to readjust, but now we're back to where we're. In fact, we should end up further ahead. But that's a constant kind of battle. You have to fight against Google's algorithm, or even when you have good content, you're still fighting the algorithm at times.